The main theme here is to talk about two different angles. The first is what we call disruption, and the other, the need to practice what we call contributive research. This course will be about the intergenerational question in regards to digital natives. I would start the course by telling students that they do not have the same brains as me. But it's okay, because even my father and I do not have the same brains. We are going to study the student's brain structure, how it works, and what type of problems they are faced with today. What type of problems people face today that did not exist in the past. That is the context of disruption, the impressive speed of evolution. How can a school like GEM make interesting suggestions in terms of fast knowledge transfer with the use of contributive research? We will apply contributive research by developing the use of the technology I started implementing after my research on contributive annotation technologies. I ask my students, those who listen to me, to take notes, whether it's on a piece of paper, a tablet, or a computer. They should then follow a certain protocol in order to share their notes on a platform dedicated to that. Together, they would produce an editorial work for the course. However, they won't be the ones giving the course, per se, even in the flipped teaching model framework. I give a lecture, and it is the student's role to interpret my statements. This is a way to practice, in a very systematic way, what we call peer evaluation and peer certification. So the idea behind this is to apply contributive research by transforming listeners into researchers. This is an extension of what we call action research. Why did I think doing this with GEM would be a good idea? I wanted to take MOOCs further, because for me, MOOCs are a regression, at least in the way that they are used today. It is like a school television, vaguely modernized with digital tools. I do not find it very interesting. Indeed, most of the people who worked on that in the USA put an end to this experiment. It is the case of big actors at Harvard and Stanford who are very critical of MOOCs. What is interesting here are the different ways that students use videos to produce content themselves. It is also a new way to create a new editorial industry for the knowledge of tomorrow. The question of the knowledge of tomorrow is fundamental. The technology that is being developed today is an intellectual technology. Moreover, the world we live in today is a world of Anthropocene that goes beyond many problems. The only way of overcoming these problems is to create totally new forms of knowledge. That is what our initiative is aiming at. The operating protocol is very simple, and it goes as follows. Students take notes, then they finalize them, whether individually or together. I ask them to apply 4 note ranking criteria. Usually, not only do good students take notes, but they also organize them, modify them, and eliminate some things. And if they are extremely structured, they go through an indexing process by highlighting some keywords. Here we are asking them to do this, but on the platform. So basically, there are special note-taking formats that we are looking to develop together with Orange. It has a new web architecture. With that comes a specific language for the web. This is being done because work is becoming a shared task. What I do is that I ask students to go on a platform, look at other students' notes, and compare them. The idea behind this is to develop a data analysis algorithm that will recommend quality content. It would suggest a student to compare notes with another, because they are either similar or really different. This is what I call computer-supported rhetoric. It is a way to organize a debate. On one hand, it is an algorithmic development that we are working on in terms of contributive research. On the other hand, the goal is to create a new type of social media that allows users to temporarily get together to defend or to debate around a statement. Then, they will develop an activity process based on an agreement. Knowledge, since ancient Greeks, goes through what we call auxiliary science. Aristotle's thesaurus, in the times of St. Thomas d'Aquin, is not only the basis of philosophy, but that of knowledge also. It is the structuring of knowledge which is very important. Today, this ownership has been taken by Google and other players of that kind. I personally think that Europe should reconsider these issues and use them in education, like Grenoble École de Management is doing, but in different contexts, like businesses obviously. I am working with Dassault Systèmes on these issues. This kind of new social media development is also affiliated to all kinds of subjects, like democratic societies, businesses, or non-profit organizations.